What's going on, guys? It's STG. On today's episode, I thought I'd talk about something a little bit different. Now, it's the end of the year, and I don't think I'm going to achieve my goals for gold stacking, especially with prices the way they are for gold. Unfortunately, I did have the opportunity to purchase vintage silver that I could not refuse. So I did purchase a ton of vintage silver. I can't wait to share with you guys what I picked up. So that's going to be arriving. I do have some expenses, and unfortunately, I think over the next few months, I'm going to have to really curtail my spending on precious metals. It's going to be tough for me, but I do have some expenses that need to be paid off. And once that's done, I'm going to be starting to go hard again on stacking and collecting. So, guys, over the next few months, I really hope to bring you guys some great content, not just showing you stuff that I picked up, but talking about interesting topics, hopefully, topics that you haven't thought of or you haven't seen before on other channels. So stay tuned for that. And on this episode, there's been something I've been thinking about. So a friend of mine recently reached out to me, and they are in a director level position, and they basically told me that they're looking to make a move outside of the organization that they work for, and that they want to liquidate their stock options. So, as far as that, they were asking my opinion in regards to precious metals. I've mentioned to them in the past that I do invest in precious metals, which also leads me into a little subtopic I wanted to talk about in this video. So, I'm trying to get this person more interested in precious metals. I'm supposed to meet up with them very soon. I plan on giving them maybe, I don't know, guys. What do you think is a good coin or round or bar or type of precious metal to give someone to try to get them interested? I was thinking about it's a woman. I was thinking about giving her an American Silver Eagle. What are your thoughts, guys? What do you think is a good first piece of silver to get someone interested in stacking or collecting? So they're telling me I don't want to disclose too much information. It's a fairly significant amount. They were asking me, how do I buy precious metals? They were a bit surprised that you could just buy it online and have it shipped to you. They were also, they seem to be interested also in the long-term gains in precious metals. I told them my story. I basically started in 2020. I bought 200 ounces of silver at $16 an ounce. Now, guys, you can look at the price of silver. It's well over $24 an ounce. And historically, it just increases. The same thing for gold. Gold in the long run is actually a better hedge against inflation. I'd like to make an announcement. I am not a financial advisor. These are strictly my opinions and views, what I present on this channel, and that is my disclaimer. Now, GD Saving the Past actually did a video recently regarding which is a better investment over time, and gold actually had a better rate of return in the long run. I keep telling people gold is safe. It's a safe, I wouldn't call it an investment. I'd call it a hedge against inflation. And I keep telling people to stack that gold for a reason. You know, I base it on my opinion and facts that support my opinion that gold does only increase over time. Okay, there's no disputing that fact. Stocks go up and down. Crypto goes up and down. Even gold goes up and down. But over the long term, gold is a fixed commodity. Gold cannot be created. There's all sorts of alchemy. Maybe in the future we will be able to create gold, but there's a finite amount of gold in this earth, okay? And it is basically a finite substance. So in economics, when you have a fixed amount of inputs, and either demand or supply remains, well, either when demand increases or supply remains fixed, the price over time goes up. So this is an economic constant. This is proven economic theory that teaches us that over time, precious metals, given the constant that they are fixed and will not increase, will only increase in value over time. So, without getting too technical, I'm not going to go into economic theory here, but getting back to my point, I'm really trying to convince her to invest in precious metals. I hope by giving her a small token of silver, that it will get her hooked once she sees how beautiful the design is. So that's why I'm trying to think of what to get her. Maybe a kookaburra or something like that. I don't know. I'm open to options, guys. But that brings up another point. Now, I discussed precious metals with her and a few other people I know. A few of my friends I discuss precious metals with. I tell my mom, my close family, basically she's the only one in my family. I talk about it with only a handful of friends, and I haven't even really told anyone I have a YouTube channel personally that I know, except aside from my mother and one of my close friends. So that leads me to another question. Do you tell your friends or family that you're a YouTuber? Or do you tell your friends that you invest in precious metals? Now, some people might have concerns with their safety, with their security. Other people might not want other people knowing how much money they have, their finances. For me, it's more of, I kind of don't want people knowing in general. If I tell people, let's say, who I work with, and then other people find out, and then, he's known as the gold guy or the silver guy or whatever, I don't want that spreading around, people thinking maybe I have a lot of money to invest in these things. So I kind of keep it on the down low. I kind of don't let too many people know I invest. My closest friend, I do tell him that I invest in precious metals. But I actually don't tell him I'm a YouTuber because he has somewhat of a negative view of YouTube in general. So I don't let him know that I'm a YouTuber. However, I do have another friend. I did let her know I have a YouTube channel, and she doesn't have any interest in even viewing it. So you got to know when to tell people you're a YouTuber. Some people don't have any limitations on how they feel letting people know that they're a YouTuber. But I just wanted to ask overall in general, guys, do you let your relatives know you're a stacker, a collector? Do you let your friends and family know? Who do you trust with that information? Do you feel like you want to tell people about it because you want to, encourage them to invest in real money, or not invest, or keep their money, keep it at pace with inflation, or preparing? Well, I personally, guys, this is just my opinion again. If you look at the last, since the country was started, okay, I know people like to think that the world is going to end, or there's going to be some scenario where they're going to run out of food or water. But we live in a modern day country where food scarcity, scarcity of water, is not an issue. Natural disasters have been responded to, and I don't see a scenario where there's going to be a situation where we're going to need precious metals to barter for food or water or other things. I can't envision that. I personally feel that is never going to happen in my lifetime. There is possibility for natural disaster. I'm not saying it's not gonna. I'm not saying it's not a reality at all. I just think the odds of something like that happening are astronomically small. So, aside from that, as far as investing in precious metals, do you? Let me ask the community. Do you tell your friends, your spouse, whoever is in your life, your kids, do you tell them you're a stacker or collector? And if so, why do you do it? Do you do it to try to help them, put their money in something that's only going to appreciate over time? Or do you not tell them because maybe you're afraid that they're going to look at you differently? They're going to think maybe you're hiding something about your wealth, or, maybe you might appear to be uh, better than them or something. I'm just curious, guys. I'm just curious why you do or you don't tell people that you're a stacker or a collector. And it's just something I'm curious to getting the community's opinion on. I think I'm going to call it a wrap up for this video. I'm going to try to do some more in-depth topics related to precious metals. I'm going to talk a little bit more about economic factors, as well as, overall general market trends that I think will affect certain precious metals going forward. I don't like to make any predictions, but I just want to talk about where precious metals are as of this moment of me making the video, and where I see possible precious metal prices, or the demand and supply for certain precious metals are going to go in the future. So that's it for now, guys. I hope you found my topic interesting, something a little different, and I would love to hear everyone's opinion regarding this. I hope people read the comments and see what they say, and hopefully we'll come up with some pretty interesting topics going forward. That's all for now, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and as always, stack that gold.